everybody. How are you today? Can you tell me? Go ahead. Okay, I am so glad to hear that. And it is very important to know how we're feeling. So, that is actually what we are going to talk about today. It's what we are going to talk about and what we are going to read about and what we are going to sing about. How we're feeling. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Miss Amy. So hi. We have so much fun stuff to do today. But I want to start, if we can, doing some breathing. So if you can sit down, crisscross applesauce, here on my knees, and I'm going to put my hands flat on my knees, and I'm going to sit up tall, do it with me, and we're going to breathe like a snake. So we're going to breathe in through our nose, and if you need to make little slits for eyes in order to do this, you go ahead now. We're going to breathe in through our nose and out. When we breathe, let the breath go, we're going to make a hiss. Can you do your best hiss now, please? Hiss. Whoa. Okay, well, to make that hiss sound, what we have to do is we have to take a deep breath in through our nose, okay? Here we go, let's do it. And let it out. Pull it. Okay, very good. Now we're going to do it 2 more times, and each time I want you to make it longer. So this time is going to be longer. Make the hiss long, okay? And pull it out, okay? Here we go. In through the nose. I deflated just like a balloon. So that's like how you feel when all the breath goes out. You feel like you go like that. And then when you take a deep breath in, you go, and you fill up, okay? So it's so important in the morning when we wake up and we don't even know how we're feeling yet, that we take a deep breath. Okay, so let's take another deep breath and give me your best hiss here through the nose. Here we go. Ready? Oh my goodness, you all are some amazing snakes. Okay, well, make sure you're still comfortable and you're still crisscross applesauce. And now we're going to take some breaths like a lion. I almost said bear. We're going to read a story about a book, but we're going to take some breaths like a lion. So, lions would maybe take a big deep breath in through their mouth, and when they let it out, they would make a roar. Okay, so right now, give me your best roar. Whoa, great roars, everyone. Okay, all right. Okay, so we're going to take a deep breath in and sit up straight. Oh, I didn't do it through my mouth. Here we go, let's try again. And roar. That was good. Okay, let's do it again, except this time, I want you to make the roar. I want the lion to be sleepy. So can you make him have a yawn roar? Here we go. Very good. Okay, now this time when we roar, I want you to make him have a happy roar, okay? Here we go. Roar! Yes, that was kind of excited, kind of happy. Okay, now let's make him mad. Can you make him mad? Okay, let's make him mad. Roar! Oh, very good. Okay, I keep forgetting to breathe in through my mouth. Okay, here we go. Roar! Okay, now let's do one more. Let's make this one just a normal one. Let's just make this a good morning last roar. Your best roar. Okay, here we go. Roar! Very good. You are great at breathing and roaring. So, and that lion had lots of different emotions. Well, I am going to scoot back, and I want you to make sure you have a little bit of room so you can stand up with me. We are going to be trees, and we are going to plant our feet in the ground like it is a tree, okay? So let's see. I'm going to move back so you can see my feet. Here's my feet. Okay. Okay. All right. So first of all, I'm going to plant my left foot in the ground, and I'm going to gather some dirt. So gather some dirt around you, some imaginary dirt, and plant your foot in the dirt, okay? When it's good and planted, grab your imaginary watering can. I just happen to have a real one. And water your foot so it is planted in the ground. And when it's good and planted, pat, 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 pat. Stand up tall, okay? Now, raise your arms out and sway a little bit this way and a little bit this way. Take a deep breath in and out. And in. And out. Ooh. Now think about what kind of tree maybe you are. Are you a dogwood tree with blooms, pretty blooms? Are you an oak tree who is very strong and solid? Are you maybe a pear tree that is very round and kind of still? Are you maybe a pine tree that is kind of pointy and that we decorate at Christmas time? Whatever kind of tree you are, breathe in one side and out. Now, I want you to try to raise one of your feet off the ground. Look at that. You are balancing. It is okay if you fall out of this. Just stand up again, but do be careful. Okay? Woo! Okay, maybe the wind is blowing. Woo! Okay, let's put our foot down. Very good. Okay, now we got to plant this side. We got to plant this side. So grab your dirt. Okay, dirt, pat, pat, pat. Pat it well. Tell it you love it. You got to tell your plants you love them. Love you, little plant foot. Okay, now grab your watering can or your imaginary one. Give it a good drink of water. Okay, now pull your other leg up. Pull it. Whoa. Oh, got it. Okay, put your arms out. Very good. And now maybe you're swaying and the wind is blowing, and maybe it's blowing a lot and all of your limbs are over this way, and maybe they're all over this way. And then maybe the wind passes and you're still. Or you try. Balancing is not easy, is it? Okay. All right, great job. Put your feet down. Wonderful. And come sit crisscross applesauce again with me. That was amazing. You can always do some breathing when you wake up in the morning, or if you're feeling however you're feeling. If you're feeling really strongly or sad or anything, sometimes it's good to make a little game and see if you can breathe like different animals, and maybe you feel different by the end of the breathing. Let me just move this. Okay. So speaking of feelings, I want to teach you, or maybe you already know, how to do some feelings in sign language. Does anybody know what sign language is? Okay, well maybe some of you do and maybe some of you don't. Okay, so sign language is a language that we sign with our hands and with our bodies. So it's not something that we hear, it's something that we see, okay? So it's very important that we show our feelings and how our feelings on our face, our expressions. Some of us show that anyway, but so you can't really make a sign to show someone that you're feeling happy if you're doing this. That doesn't look very happy, does it? No. Okay, so let's learn some of our emotions, okay? So I have my little chart here, and I want you to tell me how you think this little monster guy is feeling. Can you see it on his face? How does he look? Yeah, He looks mad. Doesn't look happy. No, he looks, says angry is the word they use to describe it, but mad's a good way to describe it. So in order to show that you're feeling mad, you've got to put a good mad face on, okay? All right, and then you take your hand and you do this with it. You're making this, you do this, and you start at your tummy, because sometimes when you're feeling mad, it starts in your tummy, okay? And you go, I'm mad, I'm really mad. Can you do it, okay? Your thumbs out like this, okay? Mad, I'm really mad, okay? Good job, great. Very good. Okay. And so sometimes maybe you're not feeling mad. Maybe you're feeling more like this guy. How's he look? Oh, he's frustrated. That's right. He's feeling frustrated. Okay. So you could do this, but that's not actually the word. That's not how you sign frustrated. How you sign frustrated is you take your hand and you make your frustrated face, and you take it to your chin, and you go like this. I'm frustrated. You just kind of wipe your chin. I'm feeling very frustrated right now. Frustrated. Very good. Very good, everybody. Okay. And then maybe you're not really exactly frustrated, but you're like this guy. How does he look? Grumpy. Yeah. He's grumpy. Yeah. He's grumpy. So, grumpy is kind of like mad. We take this right here, we make our grumpy face, and we go like this. I'm grumpy. I'm just feeling grumpy. Real grumpy right now. Just grumpy. Yeah. Very good. So those are kind of some emotions that are not really as fun to feel sometimes as happy. So here's a good one. This is a good one. I love feeling happy. Yeah, so this guy looks really happy. Okay, so in order to feel happy or show feeling happy, we have to make a big smile first. So we're smiling. And we take our hands, they're flat, and we just waft them up. Hey, I'm happy. I'm so happy today. I'm so happy. Yeah, just happy. Very good, everybody. Okay, so maybe, sometimes we all have to feel, we just have to feel sad sometimes, unfortunately. Sometimes we might cry, sad, sometimes we can cry when we're happy, actually. But this guy, he's sad. So in order to show sad, you're just kind of sad. You just take your hands and you just go, I'm sad. I'm sad. Just feeling sad right now. Yeah. So, sometimes when we're feeling emotions, we might not even want to use our words. We could just use our hands. Sad right now. Go away. Yeah. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing is sometimes we may not feel well physically, like in our bodies. Our bodies might not feel good. And in that case, we're sick. When we're sick, okay? So you can do this with one hand or two hands. You just take your third finger and you just tap, or I guess that's third finger. And you just tap your head and I'm feeling sick. And you can take your third finger and tap your tummy first. Because maybe, you're just feeling sick. Not good. Not good. That's not good. So, another feeling that is one of my favorites to feel is to feel loved. So, loved is one of the most wonderful feelings. So, to show love, you would just take your arms like this, make fists, and you just feel loved. Feeling so loved. Yeah, that's a great one, isn't it? It's even a fun one to do. I feel so loved. And sometimes we might just feel, like we've done something wrong and we want to tell somebody that we're sorry, right? So if we are feeling sorry, we just do this. Sorry, sorry. So my thumb's out, my fist is closed, and I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. And sometimes we might be playing with somebody and maybe we want something that they have, or maybe you want to tell mom or dad that you want something. So a good way to do it is to you just reach your arms out like this. This is one. I want that. I want that. I want that. But when we're asking somebody really or telling them that we want it, a nice thing to do is to say please. So I want that. please. So this is please, okay? You're just gonna please. That's pretty easy, kind of like in my tummy, okay? So I want that, please. And then I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel sick. Yeah. So those are some fun ones to play around with, and those are ways to express how we're feeling. So if you notice, my little guys were all in different colors. They're all different colors, and that's interesting because colors can kind of go along with how we're feeling and our emotions. For instance, what color do you think of when you think that you are feeling sad? What color might go along with sad? Okay, those are all good ideas. I think of blue. I think of blue when I'm sad. We even describe people when they're sad that they're feeling sad and blue. So, do you think that means they actually turn blue, the color blue? No, they don't turn the color blue when they're sad. No, but they may think of the colors. So, and then how about mad? Is there a color you think of when you think of mad? Okay, yeah. So I think of red. Yeah, I think of red, which also means stop. So it's a very strong emotion. Stop. Okay, all right. Well, we're going to sing a color song, okay? So I know you all know your colors in English, but we're going to sing a song in Spanish. And it's to the tune of a song that I think you know. So I'm going to hum the tune now. So listen up. Here we go. Da 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 da. Okay, I bet you know that one. All right, so we do have a color chart, and you're going to see the words up in the colors, hopefully, and then I am going to pull the colors. I have scarves. I'm going to pull the color, and we're going to sing about that color. So we're going to do it 2 times, all right? So I'm going to sing. You can listen or sing along if you know it, and then join me, okay? Clap, clap on your lap, lap, clap, clap on your lap, lap. Red is a row-ho, red is a row-ho. Blue is azul, blue is azul. Yellow amarillo, yellow amarillo. Verde, green, verde, green. Black is negro, black is negro. Blanco is white, blanco is white. Purple is mulatto, purple is mulatto. Brown cafe, brown cafe. Pink is rosa, pink is rosa. Grease is gray, grease is gray. Anaranjado is orange, anaranjado is orange. Shout hooray, hooray! Shout hooray, hooray! Very good. That was amazing. You all are so great. We're going to do it one more time, a little slower. And now that you've heard it, I hope you can sing along, okay? Here we go. Clap on your lap, clap on your lap. Red is a row-ho, red is a row-ho. Blue is azul, blue is azul. Yellow amarillo, yellow amarillo. Verde, green, verde, green. Black is negro, black is negro. Blanco is white, blanco is white. Purple is mulatto, purple is mulatto. Brown cafe, brown cafe. Pink is rosa, pink is rosa. Grease is gray, grease is gray. Anaranjado orange, anaranjado orange. Shout hooray, hooray! Shout hooray, hooray! Wonderful job, everyone. Okay, well, it's time for a book. And I have 2 wonderful books to share with you today. The first is called I want my hat back. So I want my hat back by John Clayson. And when we read this book, I want you to see if you can notice any emotions that the characters and the animals in this book are feeling. So I want you to pay close attention and we'll talk about it after the book, okay? So, I Want My Hat Back by John Clayson. Okay, here we go. My hat is gone. I want it back. Mr. Fox, have you seen my hat? No, I haven't seen it. Okay, thank you anyway. Mr. Frog, have you seen my hat? No, I haven't seen any hats around here. Okay, thank you anyway. Mr. Rabbit, have you seen my hat? No. Why are you asking me? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any hats anywhere. I would not steal a hat. Don't ask me any more questions. Okay, thank you anyway. Mr. Turtle, have you seen my hat? I haven't seen anything all day. I have just been trying to climb this rock. Would you like me to lift you on top of it? Yes, please. Mr. Snake, have you seen my hat? I saw a hat once. It was blue and round. My hat doesn't look like that. Thank you anyway. Mr. Armadillo, have you seen my hat? What is a hat? Thank you anyway. Nobody has seen my hat. What if I never see it again? What if nobody ever finds it? My poor hat. I miss it so much. What's the matter there, eh? I have lost my hat and nobody has seen it. What does your hat look like? It is red and pointy and... I have seen my hat. So he runs past the turtle and he runs past the fox and he runs past the snake and the armadillo and the elk until... You stole my hat. Oh. I love my hat. Excuse me, have you seen a rabbit wearing a hat? No. Why are you asking me? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen any rabbits anywhere. I would not eat a rabbit. Don't ask me any more questions. Okay. Thank you anyway. The end. Well, what emotions did you notice? Go ahead, tell me. Did you notice anything? Okay, well, I'm going to point out a few. One of them that I noticed is that the bear was feeling very disappointed when he couldn't find his hat. He had asked everyone, and so he's just disappointed. Yeah, maybe a little sad. Maybe sad. It's a little sad. Yeah. Yeah, so he's feeling sad. And then another one is when he remembers that he has seen his hat. In fact, he knows where his hat is. And the color is red, rojo, which kind of can symbolize what? Stop and also mad. Yeah. So and then, you know, he says that he loves his hat. So he's happy that he got it back. He's happy and he's feeling some love for his hat. Yep. So that's a great book. Okay. So I have one more book to share with you all today, and it is called Thank You, Amu. So I want you to try to pick out the emotions in this book as well, okay? All right. So this is a Caldecott Honor book, and it also is a Coretta Scott King Award winner. So I'm going to take the book, check it off, and we'll see if you can pay attention to the emotions and also the smells and the sights that you see, just different things in this book. You can almost smell something even though this book is not where you are. And I certainly can't smell it from the book, but the pictures make me think of the smells. So this says, note to the reader, Amu, O-M-U, is pronounced Amu, and it is the Igbo term for queen. Okay. On the corner of First Street and Long Street, on the very top floor, Amu was cooking a thick red stew in a big fat pot for a nice evening meal. She seasoned and stirred and took a small taste. What a delicious stew, Amu said. Tonight's dinner will surely be the best I have ever had. With that, Amu put down her spoon and went to read a book before supper. As the thick red stew simmered on the stove, its scrumptious scent wafted out the window, out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block until someone was at the door. When Amu opened it, she saw a little boy. Oh, little boy, Amu exclaimed, what brings you to my home? Well, I was playing with my race car down the hall when I smelled the most delicious smell, the little boy replied. What is it? Thick red stew, said Amu. Stew, that sure sounds yummy. Amu thought for a moment. She was saving her stew for dinner, but she had made quite a bit. It would not hurt to share. Would you like some? The little boy nodded, and so Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for a nice evening meal. Thank you, Amu, the little boy said, and he went on his way. So, with that, Amu closed the door and went back to her book. As she read, her thick red stew's scrumptious scent wafted out the window, out the door, down the hall, around the street until, knock, 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 someone was at the door. When Amu opened the door this time, she saw a police officer. Why, Miss Police Officer, Amu exclaimed, what brings you to my home? I was on duty down the street when I smelled the most delicious smell, Miss Police Officer replied. What is it? Thick red stew. Oh, stew, she said, and her mouth watered. That sounds mighty tasty. Amu thought for a moment. There was still enough to share. Would you like some? Miss Police Officer nodded. Once again, Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. Thank you, Amu, the officer said, and went on her way. And so for the second time, Amu closed the door and went back to her book. Sure enough, as she read, her thick red stew's scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, down the street, around the block, until again someone was at the door. This time when she opened it, she saw a hot dog vendor. "Well, Mr. Hot Dog Vendor," Amu exclaimed, "what brings you to my home?" "I was selling my hot dogs down the block when I smelled the most delicious smell," Mr. Hot Dog Vendor replied. "What is it?" "Thick red stew." "Ooh, stew," the vendor licked his lips. "That sounds quite delectable." So Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. "Thank you, Amu," Mr. Hot Dog Vendor said, and he went on his way. Well, throughout the day, people from all across the neighborhood knocked on Amu's door. She fed a shop owner, a cab driver, a doctor, an actor, a lawyer, a dancer, a baker, an artist, a singer, an athlete, a bus driver, a construction worker, and why, even the mayor stopped on by. Wow. Each time they knocked, Amu shared. Soon the sky darkened, the street lights brightened, and it was finally time for dinner. But when Amu opened her big fat pot of thick red stew for her nice evening meal, it was empty. Amu sniffled. "There goes the best dinner I ever had." Sorry and blue, she sat at the table with her empty pot until... Who could that be? Amu wondered. And then she opened the door and she saw the little boy, the police officer, the hot dog vendor, the shop owner, the cab driver, the doctor, the actor, the lawyer, the dancer, the baker, and why, everyone she fed today was there at her door. "I'm sorry, everyone," Amu sighed. "My thick red stew is all gone and I have nothing left to share." The little boy tugged at Amu's sleeve. "Don't worry, Amu. We're not here to ask. We are here to give." The police officer carried in a fresh salad. The mayor entered with a roast chicken, and the baker brought a collection of sweet goodies. Even the little boy presented Amu with something very special in a shiny red envelope. Everyone who had knocked on Amu's door that day squeezed inside her tiny apartment. Together they danced, ate, and celebrated. While Amu's pot of thick red stew was empty, her heart was full of happiness and love. The dinner was the best she had ever had. And there's the card that says, "Thank you, Amu," from the little boy. The end. Wow, so there were so many emotions in that book. Did you notice any? Okay. Yeah, so love. Yeah, love is a big one. Love and happiness. Happiness is a big one too. Yeah, so that's and then also sad and blue. If you remember, sad and blue is how Amu was feeling, and she wasn't really blue. No, she didn't turn blue. So, you know, basically, I want to tell you all that there are so many emotions that we feel, and they're all okay. So I want to sing a song about it, okay? And I want you to sing it with me. This is a good one. It's pretty easy, so maybe listen the first time and then sing along with me. Sometimes we feel happy. Sometimes we feel sad. Sometimes we feel silly. Sometimes we're even mad. You might laugh today. Ha ha ha. You might cry, okay. There are so many feelings, and they're all okay. Okay. Would you like to try to sing the song with me about the emotions? Okay, I'd like that. Okay, so clap on your lap. Sometimes you feel happy. Make a happy face. Sometimes you feel sad. Make a sad face. Sometimes you feel silly. Silly face. maybe even mad. Ooh. You might laugh today, ha 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 ha. You might cry, okay. You know, there's so many feelings, and they're all okay. Thank you for joining me and reading books with me today. You make great trees and breathers, and I love singing the songs and learning the colors with you today. So I loved it. Okay, have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.